Here I'm going to give you a quick overview of some of the things that you can do in OneNote to help you get started with using this program. This is the OneNote that I shared a little while ago, and one of the first things you should understand about OneNote is that it's set up as a digital spiral-bound notebook. So if you've ever seen those notebooks with those colored tabs, and you open to the colored tabs and there are certain numbers of pages within each tab, that's the same basic principle that OneNote uses for its organization. So to begin with here, we have one tab, and it's called Welcome to OneNote. It's my blue tab. And then in this tab, I only have one page. If I'd like to add another page to this blue section, I hit Add Page. It throws in an untitled page. I can give it a name just by typing on this line. So now in the Welcome to OneNote section, I have two pages, the Show What You Know section and the new one that I just created called Page 2. To add any kind of content to a blank page like this, or even to one that's already got content on, all you need to do is just click anywhere and start typing. That's as easy as it is. So there's no set organizational structure that you have to follow, kind of like Word, where you have margins and all of that. This really is just kind of a blank workspace that you can add anything to and organize any way that you see fit. To drag things around, just hover your mouse over it till you see the symbol and click it, hold it in, and move it around anywhere you want. You can right-click words and have access to the editing features like fonts, sizes, underline, italics, anything like that. So all of your basic Microsoft Word functions should be right here for your text in OneNote. You can add different kinds of things here to any of these pages here. So if you have pictures from the internet, you can copy and paste them in. Right-click, choose Paste if you have something copied. Another thing you can do is you can go to the Insert tab on any kind of page. You can add files, so if you have a flip chart or anything else that you want to share, you can just pull it directly into this OneNote page for everyone to see. Screen clippings, take pictures from somewhere else on your computer. If you have a picture saved on your hard drive, you can add it in. Online pictures is kind of nice here. What it does is it searches the internet for anything you want. Search using the Bing search box here. Let's go search for a picture of a dog. So it searches out on the internet here. You get some generic pictures here. You can even click Show All Web Results here to show even more and get tons of pictures. Some of them are clip art, some of them are real. You can really just refine your search to anything you want. So here I'll choose the golden retriever, and then I'll say Insert. It'll throw that picture directly into your OneNote. And just like text, you can click and drag around when you see this little icon. And you can also resize images. Sometimes when you bring them in, they're very large or very small. You can resize it any way you want. Okay, let's put the dog here, resize there. Looks good. So here we can add another page. Let's do page 3. You can continue to add more things. So if I want to add a web link, I can click here. I can record audio. I can record video. Video is really neat, actually. So let's click that Record Video section. What it does is it brings up my webcam, so hello. And as soon as you hit that record video, it is already recording. So everything that I'm saying right now is being recorded, and at any point I can say stop or pause. So I'll say stop, and the video will actually be thrown directly onto this page within my welcome section. That at any point someone can click this and watch that video, and you can also see when it was recorded. So they just double click it, so hello, so you get the point, and it starts playing the video. So it's a really quick way to throw something in there. Another good idea, the record audio. If you don't want to see your face or see any kind of image, it might be a good idea to record audio from a meeting that you're at. So if you have a subject area meeting and you want to record the audio, so everything that's being said at the meeting will be recorded in the OneNote, just click here. It starts recording the audio, and I know you can't really see much going on right now, but you can see the timer here. So it's recording everything that's being said, that I'm saying, or at a meeting that you're having. So whenever the meeting's done, you hit stop. Now you've got an audio log of what was said at the meeting. And that really neat feature of Microsoft OneNote is if you use this search feature, it actually does search the audio from video and audio clips. So if you know something was said at a meeting, you can search for it here, and it'll search all of your notebook to see which point of the video the words were said that you're looking for. It tends to be pretty good, but it's a new feature. It's not perfect. All right, so that was pages within sections, and notice I still only have one tab in my notebook. If I wanted to add a new section, I'll hit the little plus sign here. It adds a new section, assigns a new color to it automatically. I need to give it a name, so I'll call it Section 2. And if I even want to change that color, all you need to do is right-click that tab, and you can go to section color and change it to anything you want. So lemon lime, change the original section to, let's go red chalk. So now I got a red and green section, and I can go back and forth between my tabs at any time just by clicking on them. So Section 2 is blank. It automatically generates one page. This one's called Untitled, so I'll call it here Page 1. And just like before, I've got a blank slate here to work off of. I need to click, start typing things in, whatever my notes are, anything else, there it is. Add pages to this section. So now if I go back and forth, I see all of my pages in every section. I can click each one to go to the things that I had that were either there or that are new or that are blank. So notice here these pages are blank. They're still blank because nothing's been added to them. You can rearrange sections and pages just by clicking and dragging. So if I want Section 2 to be on the left side of the red tab, I'll click it and drag it, and then release. There we go. And you can rearrange any way you'd like. You can also rearrange pages within sections. So if I want this show what you know section to be at the end, I'll just click it, drag it down, and let go. Now it's at the bottom. So it's the last page of my Welcome to OneNote section. I can put it back just like that. Another neat thing you can do with OneNote is checklists, to-do checklists. So you click somewhere, and then if you're on the Home tab, you'll see this to-do tag option. If I click that, it brings up a checklist. So the first thing on my checklist is to, let's say, wake up. The next thing on my checklist, brush my teeth. Next thing, eat breakfast. So on and so forth. What that does is it creates a checklist that's actually interactive. So as soon as that's done, these become clickable boxes. So hopefully as you do those things, you'll be able to check them off. It's a way to stay organized, just an option that's out there for you to use if you'd like. Obviously, there's a whole lot more to this. Last thing I'll touch on here, the drawing tools. So this is kind of nice if you want to highlight something to draw attention to it, whatever. You have a whole lot of different options for different kinds of pens, highlighters, change the thickness, whatever. Draw with, if you have a touchscreen, if you're on an iPad, anything like that. You just draw, and it works pretty nicely. And then you have the eraser tool and everything right there. You can also change the color of it to whatever you'd like here. So let's change it to blue. I've got a blue highlighter. So highlighting the page number because it's important. All right. So going back here, I've been working in the desktop version of OneNote this whole time. And the way that I got to it, I had to go to the online version first. So I'm going to bring you back to the email that I sent out with the link to the notebook. And if you remember, you click that, and it brings you to the online version of OneNote, hence OneNote Online. And in here, we should be able to see every change that I made to the notebook, and that desktop version should be viewable here in the online version. So here I see the Welcome to OneNote section, and in here I see all of the content that was there before, plus the new content that I added within the desktop app. So there's the dog, there are my words. Page 3, I see the video recording and the audio recording. So there's that meeting that I recorded. So here I can pull back and share this with people, and now they have access to everything that was said at that meeting. It's pretty handy. Let's go back to Section 2. I think I did some highlighting. There we go. And there's my checklist and the important page 2 that's been highlighted. Everyone's going to notice that. So in the online version here, notice I can't edit yet. That is because I need to click Edit Notebook in the upper right-hand corner. If I click Edit Notebook, I have, if I'm logged into Office 365, like I am, it says my name, I'll see the two options here. Open or Edit in Microsoft OneNote opens it in the desktop app, the one that I was in before. Edit in OneNote Online lets me edit and make changes right within my browser. In this example, this is Google Chrome. If you are not logged into Office 365, you're going to see the words Guest Contributor up here. In order to make changes in the desktop version, you need to log into Office 365 first. If you don't know how to do that, it's through staff links. Just click the Office 365 link. I may make changes in my online version here. So very similar to the desktop version, but the layout's a little bit different. a little more simplified. You don't have access to every feature, but you do have access to the important ones. So I can click and drag things around just like I did in the desktop version. So there's my highlighting. I can even move that if I'd like, but I need to keep it there. Going back between my pages, instead of tabs on the top, tabs are now on the side. That's just one little change. The colors are still there. That's nice. And then whatever section you're in, the pages kind of just read on from left to right, and they're all there. The new section button is on the top. The new page button is on the top of the pages layout here. So let's make a quick change here. I'm going to add a new section. So make a brand new section here. And this assigned it as blue. If I right click, I can even change the color here in the online version. So I'm going to make this a nice brown tan color. So I've got green, red, and brown. I don't need to hit save because this saves automatically. It's all cloud managed. So now if I actually minimize the online version, I'm going to go back to the desktop version. And let's see here. If I go back and forth between the two here, there we go. I should see the brand new section that I added in the online version. So it gives you an idea how the online version and the desktop version work seamlessly together. Make changes in one, it appears in the other, and vice versa.